Welcome to my channel. We're going to start off with a damp beauty blender and my 24-hour Pro Longwear Concealer. So I have NW40 and my foundation color is NC45, so that's a good match for me. We're going to take the flat brush and we're going to make sure that we smooth out anything that may be out of place. Make sure that the concealer gets right up under that brow, and this is the part where you shape your brows. Blend it upwards because it makes it easier to hide underneath your foundation, and it's not a harsh line between the concealer and the foundation. When our eyebrows is where it needs to be, nice and sharp, you can take your beauty blender, blend in that concealer. We're going to start working on eyes now. We can take our concealer that we used for our eyebrows, put it on your eyelids, blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. I cannot stress this enough. Blend everything out and make sure that it's even on both sides. Now we're going to take my favorite MAC eyeshadow in Chrome Yellow. It's matte. Yellow is the hard color to get really pigmented and bright like you want it. But you can keep packing that on, and then you can take the other side of the brush and blend it in. Here I'm packing in more yellow because after blending it in, it gets soaked into the skin and then we lose the color that we want. I want this to be really, really popping. Oh, so I forgot to put tape in the beginning before I started the shadow, but it's okay. You take the tape and you angle it to the tail of your brow, making sure that it's even on both sides because it will show if it's not. I'm gonna now take my Morphe 12P palette using the orange right next to that pink, putting it right under the yellow. Here we're just gonna pack that orange on and get it really, really pigmented as much as the yellow is. Then we're just gonna keep blending and blending and blending. We do not want to see the line and the difference between the orange and yellow. We want it to look as smooth as possible. Look at how nice that orange looks. You know, you can kind of stop right there if you just wanted it to be yellow and orange and just pack the orange right on top of the lid and call it a day. But I want the orange to be a little deeper, so we're going to go into Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And there's a nice like orange. It's kind of reddish orange, but I love it. And you put that right into the crease. The crease is where your eye folds. When you open your eyes and look up, that's where you're going to put your shadow. Still deepening the colors, we're going to take the red, we're going to pack it right into that crease right under the orange. So yellow, orange, and a little bit of that red orange that I just showed you. Now we're going to go back into the palette, take that pink, and pack it right on top of the orange. I'm taking my MAC eyeshadow in the color Bright Pink Powder Blush, and we're just going to apply that right on top of the other colors. Make sure you're using that flat brush and really packing it on. As you can see, the color is starting to show up and blend in nicely. Here we're going in with the orange again because as you blend, sometimes you can lose the color and you really, really want these colors to stand out and pop. So I'm going to go back with the orange and I'm going to go back in with the yellow. Here we're going to go in with our MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre and a flathead brush. Now I'm trying to figure out where my crease is so I can start cutting the crease. Starting with the inner corner of your eye, make sure you start tracing out where you want that crease to stop. You don't want it to be too high, and you don't want it to be too low either. I take the paint pot and I bring it a little towards the end, but I don't completely cover out the end because we're going to bring in that pink on the corners to blend it in. Damn, Kenya. Back at it again with the Chrome Yellow MAC shadow. We're just going to put that right in the corner. Yeah, look at that. That yellow is so bomb. Oh wow, look what we have here. The same pink that we already used. Isn't that nice? We're just gonna put that on the outer corner blend it in with the yellow. As we all know, pink and yellow make an orangey shade, so you really don't need to put any orange in the middle of that. Here we're going to go back into our 12P. We're going to take that pink that's next to orange. We're going to put that right on the end with the other pink from the MAC Cosmetic Shadow. You really want a good color payoff, so packing that on in the end is going to be so worth it. So I just decided, why not put a little bit of purple? I took the same brush that I had pink on it and I just put purple, and it made a very nice neon pinkish purple. Kind of like a glow in the dark looking color. I don't know. Now I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses gel liner in Rich Black. With my flat angled liner, we're going to take a little bit, flatten it out, and start right at the end where that tape is. See where the tape comes in handy? Make a nice thin line going from the outside to the inner corners, because it's easier to build on it than it is to take away. You have all this eyeshadow on your lids. You definitely don't want to take a makeup wipe and have to do this all over again. Try not to close your eyes completely when doing eyeliner, because when you open your eyes, it has a different shape than when your eyes are closed. And you want to be able to see what it looks like when your eyes are open, because you're not going to walk around with your eyes closed. Now it's time to peel the tape. Peel it back like a banana. After peeling off the tape, I did go back in and fill in the corner parts a little bit because the tape can be blocking it. It's lash time. So I got my lashes and I'm gonna take my glue. I don't remember what glue this is. Now I'm gonna take my spoolie and brush out my real lashes just a little bit so I can apply the false lashes right on top. This has got to be one of the most difficult parts for me because I don't really wear lashes. I usually just put on mascara, but for this look, I wanted to be a little bit dramatic. You can place it in the middle and make sure that you secure the ends. Make sure you push that down right on top of your actual lash line. Make sure that you have it nice and straight. So right here, I started tearing up a little bit because you know when you start playing with your eyelashes, I don't know why, it just makes me tear up and I hate that. I'm applying my Urban Decay mascara. The name is Perversion. Now it's time for foundation. I'm applying my Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer in the color Malaga Medium Dark 1. Use your beauty blender and blend. This foundation is actually a light coverage foundation, so after the first and second application, I feel pretty confident that it's covering up everything. And now onto my favorite concealer, LA Pro Conceal. I believe the color was Fawn. So we're just gonna highlight right under our eyes, right in between our eyebrows, the bridge of our nose, right above your lip where your mustachio is, and your chin. And we're just gonna take our beauty blender again on the pointy side. We're just gonna blend that right into the foundation. So now I go back in with my 24-hour MAC Studio Fix concealer and I highlight those same areas just to give it a little bit more oomph. I just need a smidge. Now that we've highlighted, it's time to contour and bring some color back into my face. I'm going to use MatchMaster Concealer in the color 9.0. We're going to use a little bit on the sides of our forehead, the bridge of our nose, right up under the cheekbone, a little bit on the jaw, just a little bit. Take your beauty blender now and blend everything in. Try not to rub the beauty blender up and down, like pat it. Pat. Remember how we used the pink and yellow on the top? Now we have to do the lash line and make it nice and pigmented. I believe it's a flat foundation brush and I just dip it in the powder. I really don't like the way that the Banana Powder comes in that bottle because it's hard to pick up anything and not pick up too much or too little. But I apply it right where I highlighted. Everything that I highlight, that's where I'm going to put this powder, and it's going to set it in nicely. I personally don't bake long, so I just take my brush and brush it off any excess so that it's not super powdery and you don't get a flashback. In highlighting, you put powder. When contouring, I also put powder. I'm using black Radiance, and I use my brush and pick up a little bit. If you pick up too much, it'll get really dark and toasty, and you can see the harsh lines, so you don't want it to be like that. Just a little bit at a time. I go in with my angled brush and I'm sculpting my nose. I don't want my nose to be pointy. We both know my nose is not like that, but it brings definition back into your face. Now we're going to take my Studio MAC Fix in the color NC45 and my Kabuki brush, which is a really good brush, by the way. It's by NYX. And I apply that all over my face on top of everything. Anastasia's Sun Dip Glow Kit. So bomb. I use the color Summer on my face usually. The other colors I would use on other people, but I use that. And it is so bomb. And I just take my fan brush and I go right over my cheekbones, in the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, on the chin, and a little bit on my Cupid's bow, which I really don't have a Cupid's bow. Here I'm using my Urban Decay setting spray. This spray is so bomb. I'm out of it, so I have to get more. I'm taking my NYX Vivid Brights in the color Vivid Halo. It's yellow. It's beautiful. I'm just going to put that right on top of my black eyeliner. I went ahead and finished up the other side, but I'm going to take my angled brush and pick up that highlighter from Anastasia, put it right in the corner of my eyes. This really makes the eyeshadow pop out. Now the finishing touches, I need to line my lips, and I use a $2 lip liner from the beauty supply store, any beauty supply store. The color is in coffee brown, and I just outline my lip. I love MAC lipsticks, and especially matte colors. This one is Retro Matte, and the color is Dangerous. It is beautiful. I really love this orange. Now I'm just adding some liner to the bottom lash. This just helps bring out my eyes a little bit more and shapes it, because sometimes it can look a little naked at the bottom. Using MAC Grand Illusion liquid lip color. Yeah, it's in the color Electric Rainbow. It's so pretty. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this look. And if you do, like, comment, subscribe, share. And there will be more videos posted. Stay tuned. Mwah.